Alrighty then. So this is Thursday, March 2nd, and we have our cancer management person meeting. Her name is Ariel, and she's going to go over all the chemotherapy workings, what type of medicines are going to be used, how it's all going to work, what the process will look like, sign off on some papers, and all that. So I'm sure it's going to be a little overwhelming, but this is the start of it. Here we go. Well, back from our morning meeting, changes. So, as we were starting to discuss things, and I had a couple questions about the chemo dates and stuff, the nurse, she's actually a nurse practitioner, thought she was a cancer manager. She's the one that does all the, what would you call it? The information telling about the chemo stuff to the patients. So, I don't know, she didn't have an actual title. She was a nurse practitioner, but not another title. In any case, she said that there was a meeting today, which I remembered that the doctor had mentioned on Monday, that on Thursdays they have meetings regarding the patients and stuff so they can talk about them and figure out the best treatments. And that I was going to be talked about. He says, your ears are ringing. Yeah, no, we're talking about you. So there were new notes in my chart that they've decided that they want to do surgery first. So my mind immediately went to, oh, they're going to cut out the tumor. So she said I'd be getting a call from the doctor and our surgical team, meeting with the surgeon, finding out why they feel that surgery would be best first. And then, whatever, how to proceed and stuff. So that was interesting. In the meantime, got all the information on the different drugs and obviously how things are going to work, what I can all do. Not do as in, I didn't realize, like, during the infusion treatments and stuff, you can eat. They actually even have some drinks and snacks there that they provide for you, so that was kind of neat. And they have warm blankets. You sit in a nice comfy chair. Obviously you're going to be there for a couple hours. And yeah, eat and drink. Bar's bathroom. Your IV is obviously on a pole. You can go to the bathroom. So you can walk laps if you want to, because that's a long time to sit. So people sometimes do that. So all good stuff to know. Not too overwhelming. I knew it would be a lot. I didn't think it would be overwhelming. Hearing about the surgery can put a little bit higher on the. Oh, okay. But then I got these sheets on a little packet here. Sheets on the drugs that I'll be having. So I think there are like 3. One of them being like a folic acid, I guess. But either they do anti-nausea stuff beforehand, then they give me the IV with, I believe, the 3 drug combination. And then I go home with a pump that has some medication in there that will go in there for a couple days for the 48 hours, and then I go back to have that pump part removed. This all goes through the port that'll be placed in the chest, which I also didn't realize, because I don't know anything about ports, that the port goes completely under the skin. So there's nothing showing, it's all skin, but there's an area and they'll be able to feel it and know where it is so that they can poke their needles in and draw out blood and put the IV in. So that's nice. I won't be kind of being stuck all over. I guess there's still going to be the one needle stick in there every 2 weeks to get that medicine. There it is. So I also got a whole manual, a little half-inch book, all about, so this is obviously not just to your own treatment. This is pretty much kind of all about cancer care, diet, and things like that. And so there is a little picture on there as far as what a port is, how it looks, how it works. So I didn't realize that it's a whole big thing with big tubing in there, and then they put it in your chest, and then it goes kind of towards your heart, ends right before your heart. So that's interesting. But that's kind of why they put you out for it too. It's like a 30-minute procedure. So obviously I won't feel any of that. And again, obviously they've done this to thousands of people, and it works. They know what they're doing. So coming back to, oh, I thought I was getting surgery on the tumor, and here we go. We're going to kind of, cut it out and then go on with the chemo, because a lot of tumors, they do that. People that I know that have breast cancer tumor, even some that have had other cancers in their body, the surgeons, they cut it out first, and then they go on to the chemo and radiation. Well, my doctor called just a little while ago, and asked how the meeting went this morning and stuff, and I mentioned that, I was told there's going to be surgery, that they're going to cut out the tumor, and he was like, well, no. He goes, it's not the tumor. I'm like, I guess I just assumed. She just said that there would be surgery, and what else are you going to do surgery on but removing the tumor? And he said, actually, it would be surgery to give me an ostomy bag, because there's an area that is kind of very thin, and they're afraid that the chemo, more so with the radiation, that lining, that area may perforate. And then you get feces in your tummy and you get sepsis, and that would be really bad. So, kind of figured I'd be getting the ostomy bag when they would do the surgery to remove the tumor, because obviously that area needs to heal before you can go pooping through it again. But I'll be getting that bag sooner than later. So again, I'm feeling this is, the universe it's in their hands. This is the procedure we're going to take for the safest route. As I said, I prayed, put it out there to say, let this all go well, let everything be for the, the safest, best outcome, to make sure that this all gets out of my body and I'm back to being healthy. I have all you guys praying for me, so I know the doctor asked how I was doing, and I'm like, I'm doing all right. I've got all my prayer warriors helping me out. I've got the universe working for me, so I am believing that this is the best plan for me at this point in time for going forward. So now we wait for a call from the surgical team and get more information from them, again, what they're thinking. The doctor says this is one of the best surgeons. She really knows what she's doing. And between the team of them, with looking at my symptoms and the MRI scan and other tests and everything, that they feel this is the best treatment moving forward. So that's where we're at now. I'll talk to you when I have more information. So, I guess the theme of today is changes. This morning started off with just going to our chemo informational meeting, learning all about what was going to be happening with chemo that I was supposed to start next week, and found out that they wanted to do surgery first, which I then thought would be cutting out the tumor, and then found out a while later when the doctor called that, they want to put a colostomy bag on me first, because there is an area that's a little bit thinner, and they're afraid that it may perforate during the chemo, or more so the radiation treatment. So there's that change. And then I got a call for scheduling to meet the surgeon, and they wanted to do it on Monday, which I was supposed to have my port placement. So we scheduled it for later. Guess that was the wrong decision on my part. Universe is working its ways. I got a call from the nurse navigator who said, so just so you know, we can cancel that port placement appointment so you can see the surgeon. So we can get that ball rolling. And I decided that, yes, that would be good, because I was hoping to see the surgeon earlier. She said, in fact, they're already looking at surgery dates for me. So now I'm not going to get the port placed on Monday. That appointment's canceled. I will see the surgeon on Monday and go from there. Yeah, they're hoping that I'll have the surgery soon, have a 2 to 3 week healing time, and be able to start chemo at the end of the month. That's, at this point in time, it's 6 o'clock at night on Thursday. Yeah, that's where we are. let's see what tomorrow holds. Today is Monday, March 6th, and we are off to see the surgeon. So let's go see what she has to say. All right, we'll try this way. Trying to do a couple different backgrounds, so it's not so boring, always the same background, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. So, I had the surgeon appointment. I must say, from this whole experience so far, a couple things that I've learned is that the mantra is almost like changes, because things have been changing. They make appointments and then they decide, oh no, we want to do this, and then so we make other appointments, and also things, you know, I guess I don't know what's really going to happen in some of these appointments, but I would think I have an idea. As in today's appointment was supposed to be just the surgery consult, talk with the surgeon and see why, you know, her reasoning behind why she felt I needed an ostomy bag first. And that, as far as I know, is going to be it. So we're going to talk to her, talk about the ostomy bag, and maybe she had a date in mind, because I know they wanted to get this moving quickly. And so we get to the doctor's appointment and they show us into like a treatment type of room as opposed to just a regular room. I was like, oh, that was interesting. Okay, it's, you know, whatever, maybe she only meets in those type of rooms. I don't know how many rooms that she has, well, how many days a week she's there, how that works, I don't know. And so we got to meet her. Very nice, very confident, really like her a lot. And she had this nice little diagram. She brought out a little page. So see, I'll probably put a picture in or whatever, but so a page of the intestines and showing that basically, you know, where the stomach is, the food comes down, goes through your 25 feet of small intestines, comes out, here's where the appendix is. And then goes up into the large intestine, and then over the transverse and down the descending, and into the colon. And your sphincter muscle is down there. And so she talked about that where the tumor is lying in the lower area here, that it does butt up against the vaginal wall. So we're going to make sure that it wasn't too thin, it wasn't perforating that wall at all or anything. And I guess that's pretty much it. So if it's affecting one side of the sphincter, they're not sure if they can save the sphincter or not. And so there are 2 types of ostomy bags you can get. Surprise! Didn't know that. So one of them is they connect it off of here from the small intestine and they give you an ileostomy bag. Or they go over here from the descending colon and they give you a colostomy bag. So depending on how much the tumor shrinks, how much they're going to have to take out to make sure that they get all the cancer, they may be taking out this whole lower portion. So again, they won't really know until the actual surgery date and stuff. But so she was going to do an exam on me. Surprise! I thought we were just going in there to talk. And I'm like, oh, all right, getting an exam today. Well, at least I showered that morning. That was nice. So anyways, she wouldn't know which one of those bags that she would be comfortable giving me until she examined me. And so anyways, she kind of had me go over to the table. I'm like, ready to take off my shoes. No, it's okay, just drop your drawers, lay down. I'm like, oh, alrighty then. So I did. And then she, your graphic warning, if you don't want to hear this, like, close your ears. She had to put a finger up both my rectum and my vagina to see what she could feel. And okay, and so I thought that she'd be doing, you know, the vagina first. Well, and it's like, okay, I'm putting a finger in, let me know if this hurts. And I'm like, boy, that really feels like my rectum. Thank goodness it didn't hurt, because the other 2 times I've, you know, been probed, it really hurt. So that wasn't bad. She put the finger in the vagina, and that was fine. And then she started pressing in the rectum, I guess, to see with the tumor how much room she thought she had and whatever. And she said there was at least like a 1 centimeter area, I think from the base of it, from the sphincter muscle and all that. She felt that was good enough that we could do the ileostomy bag. That one is more, easily reversible. So yay. So again, not to say that I won't still end up with a colostomy bag. We'll, again, have to figure that out at the very end. But for right now, she's okay with giving me the ileostomy. So that is wonderful. And I don't need to have the other, I was supposed to have another gynecological exam, again, just to check out the vagina to make sure that that wall was good and intact, and what we're going to, if there's anything needing to have been done with that. But right now, no. So, surgery is scheduled for the 21st, Tuesday the 21st. So I'm assuming I'm going to have to go through another prep to do that. Yes. Oh, it's not so bad. Just the Gatorade and the Miralax and the Dulcolax. Clear liquids. Yeah. Yeah. So, get to do that again. It's alright. I'm sure I have to do that again before like the surgery and all that too. So I get to do this multiple times in a year. A couple months span. I also asked if there would probably be another MRI or CT scan coming up after the radiation is done. And she said, oh yes, both. Have to do both? Yes. CT scan supposedly kind of looks at more of the whole body and to make sure that nothing has spread or come up. And the MRI is going to look mainly at the colon and see how things are looking down there. It's another 1.5-hour session. Okay, but at least I know. Not that there won't be changes, but that's what it is for right now. And what else? Oh, and then the other thing that we learned was that after the the chemo and then the radiation is done, that then there is a 2-month waiting period before they do the surgery. So more wait time. She said that I guess supposedly even after the last application of radiation, that it still can be working. So they want to make sure that they give that enough time to do what it needs to do, shrink the tumor as much as possible, and then I'll have the surgery. So and obviously somewhere in that span, I'll be getting those other tests, the MRI and the CT, to see where we are at and go from there. 9 months journey. Kind of like, I was thinking about this, like having a baby. I was just found some notes on my desk from kind of some health things that I was writing down and stuff while I was pregnant. And yeah, that 9-month journey. I'm having this 9-month journey here. At the end of that, you get a baby. Woo! At the end of this, I should be cancer-free. Woo! So that's where we're at for now. So see you in the next one. Keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.